diamonds, all things diamond painting. Square around, I'm glad you are around. Grab your plate, grab your wax, get ready to sit back and relax. Don't see you're single, whatever your niche. Here is your host, a guy named Rich.
Well, hello everyone and happy Sunday. Welcome on into our Sunday fun day here on Speaking of Diamonds. How is everyone today? I hope you're doing well. Before we get into going through the names and stuff like that, I just wanted to make sure everyone sees the instructions in the chat or in the crawl down at the bottom of the screen. We're going to be playing trivia today, and I'll explain why in a little bit once we have a little bit more folks here. But you want to get in on the trivia because there are prizes for the top 3 scorers. So definitely want to take advantage of that. So the instructions are there. You just go to the website kahoot.it. It's going to ask you for a PIN. I have the PIN number listed there and in the chat, and then enter in your name or nickname and click OK, and you will be in the game. As you can see, we already have some folks in there. I'm in here just to hold a spot. I'm not going to play because that would defeat the purpose, but I will be watching and make sure we get some folks logging on there. If anyone's having problems, just let us know in the chat what's going on, and we can try and help you. So hello everyone. I'll start off by saying happy Mother's Day. However, as I had posted in Facebook and on the community page yesterday, thank you, Jay Lily. She reminded me that Mother's Day is not always a great day for people. And she says, I'm looking forward to your live. I hope there's fun, whatever. And I said, okay, challenge accepted. I'm going to go ahead and put something together. So last night or yesterday and today, I went ahead and found a play to a way to host trivia. And I went through and I created all the questions. So the accuracy may be questionable, but they are all diamond painting related. So if you think, oh, I'm bad at trivia, if you diamond paint, you're going to get some of the questions, at least some of the questions, if not all of them, right. So definitely go ahead and follow those instructions to get in, and I'll post them one more time here in the chat. They should be going up now. All right, let's see who is here. We'll look at the game room piling up. I have Tammy backstage. She's helping keep an eye on things, and she's my technical support. Lapse of judgment, I know. But I don't know why I'm like suddenly so close to everyone. If it looks like I'm sitting in your lap, I apologize that I'm like right up on us, but I tried to zoom out as much as I could, but whatever. Okay, so we have Michelle Lang, who is saying that she's going to have to miss and she'll catch it on replay. Michelle, I'm going to have one of these someday that you don't have conflict, because it would be nice to have you around, but hashtag replay for sure, and enjoy the trivia. Keep score of how many questions that you get right, and definitely post those in the comments. Let's see how you did. Lee is here. He's taking out the trash and setting up the tables with all the good snacks. Thank you, Lee, for doing that. Cindy Bennett is here. Hello, Cindy. Welcome in. Cindy, I was a little disappointed that I saw you reply to the post on the Facebook page that you don't watch like Dr. Pimple Popper and things like that, all of those videos. I had posted, all right, tell the truth. What type of gross videos do you watch, or other people may say is gross? So like the Dr. Pimple Poppers, the ingrown toenail extractions, botfly extractions. Someone had added, I think, hoof, like the cow hoof people that come in. Those videos are so disgusting, but they are so interesting. And quite honestly, they're sort of perfect for when you're diamond painting because you don't have to look at the screen. And that's where all the gross stuff is happening, but you can still hear the oh my gosh. So Cindy, I'm gonna have to get you in on some of those, I think. Hello, Melissa. Hello, welcome in, Melissa. Nicole, hi, Grandma. How you doing? Nicole's my grandma. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome on in. Let's see, Jaylee Lee, the woman that inspired today's trivia. So Jaylee Lee, you better be in on the game. Again, the instructions are down below. Hello, Ginny. Welcome on in. There's Tammy saying hi to everybody. Mel's here. Hello, Melanie. Diamonds and dogs. I almost said your alternative name, but dogs. Gail Pierce. Hello. Welcome in, Gail. Saw your post. My thoughts are with you, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun today. And I think everybody deserves that. So good luck with I hope you are in on the game, and just let's have some fun. Even if it's not fun, let's be distracted for a little bit. How about that? Linda, hello, welcome on in. Melanie is accessorizing her avatar. Yes, once you are in, so like this is the screen once you're into the game. It's super simple. Like this is not a difficult interface, but you just have to click on the pencil by your picture, so you can see I'm the wolf with the sunglasses there, and you could add different hats and stuff like that. So have some fun with it for sure. Let's see, Chocolate Diamonds, Doretta, hello, welcome on in. Yes, Lee's saying hi, just a blanket hi to everybody because there's a lot of people coming in now. So Brandy, hello, welcome in. Osbear, welcome on in. Jennifer, Artemis, hello from overseas, welcome in. Sarah Ann, Sarah, welcome on in. Happy Mother's Day, Sarah. Happy Mother's Day, Artemis. And happy Mother's Day, Jaylee Lee. Happy Mother's Day to anybody I missed. But let's see. Be right back. Got to go punch the like button. Thank you, Artemis. Go do that. Hit it for everybody else too, please. Nicole's saying she loves the name that she picked. Half the fun is just picking out your name and picking out your avatar, right? Let's see. So Linda says she got my nickname, but I don't see go. If once you put in the nickname, the button OK Go should be right below it. If not, you may want to go back out and come back in. Let's see, Artemis, that's cold, Rich. Don't do your Tammy like that. No comment. Eve says you got Tam's tech support, right? Michelle Morris Campbell. Okay, so Michelle's here, so she's gonna win. So you can all go now. Yeah. Michelle she's very lucky. She's got a horseshoe, I think, in a certain part of her body, and she always wins, like in the events and stuff like that. She always wins those in the event giveaways and stuff like that. Eve says, in our laps, where's HR? Well, there's Michelle. HR is here. Let's see, another Cindy saying, it says see your nickname on a screen, and that's all. Let me go back out. So so you should initially get this screen, right? And you're going to put in the PIN number, which you should have done already if you're being asked for your nickname, but I had to get all the way out. And now the box should look like this, where it says nickname and then OK Go. So let me do that. And now my character changed. Now I got to re-accessorize, but you should have the button right underneath it there. If not, like I said, go back, get out, and come back in. See if that helps. Let's see. Janet, hello, good afternoon. Tammy says, Rich, I got smarter this morning. Yes, but it's this afternoon now. Christine McLennan, hello, welcome on in. Welcome on in. I watch all that gross stuff. Cool, Eve. Cool. That's what we'll do at the retreat for sure. Melanie says, I've dissected humans, but I can't do infectious globules. But those are so cool. Tammy says those videos are disgusting. That's what's awesome about it. Hi, Miss Maya. Welcome on in. Sarah says, I like those shows. I don't watch the ingrown toenail removal. I had to have that done twice and it was painful. All right, so I will say that the feet one are my least favorite because feet aren't like my it's not my favorite. I'll just say that. The bot flies, I like watching bot fly removals, but only if it's on people or like wild animals, not domesticated dogs and cats and stuff like that. Although I have told Sammy, I says, if you are going to get one thing, get that, because I know it can be fixed and it'll be really cool, but like we'll take care of it right away. I'm kidding. I would not let him get one of those. But I can't believe when I watch those, I can't believe what they do with those ingrown toenail removals. So Sarah Ann, I'm sure they're painful, and pay homage to your feet and hope you don't have to go through that through that anymore. Love a good infected cyst, says Eve. Yes. The like on Dr. Pimple Popper, lipomas, they're interesting, they're fun. Give me a good infected cyst that just has stuff coming out all over the place. Let that stuff be colored, and then let's get the cyst wall out. Oh, it's so cool. I'm probably making everybody barf. I don't see Joe Atwood here yet, so maybe no one's eating yet. I don't know. Meowie Diamonds and Cats. Hi, welcome on in. Happy Mother's Day to you. Nancy, you're not late. I'm still going through the names here, so welcome on in. Michelle is the luckiest. Yep. Quiet but deadly on wheels and games. Yep. I get the most visceral response to the few ones. Yeah, like I said, they're not. Oh, there's Joe. Joe, what's for dinner? I hope you're not cooking. Joe, are you cooking? Is someone cooking for you? I don't know. Jamie Wolf, welcome on in. Mia, hi. Mia, welcome on in. And Sarah says, I like the pimple popping. French onion beef and rice casserole. Did you bring enough for the class? Because that sounds really good. But that sounds really good. Janice is so gross, especially when they squirt. Yeah, that's the point. And I love it. Like Dr. Pimple Popper, she's so professional. But when you watch some of the other doctors on YouTube, they will be like, ah, gross. It's like, I don't think you're supposed to do that. Let's see. Artemis, there's someone more aggressive. Dr. Pimple Popper removes them and brings buckets and drains. Yeah, I've seen them where they had to have like those, you know, like when you go to the hospital, you get sick, they give you that kidney shaped thing to puke in. They put that up against the skin. Was there another one? There's another video, earwax or Q-tips, things in the ears. How does that happen? Like, I don't know. Do I have that going on? I don't know. But anyway, it's whatever. Let's see. Eve says she may have been an esthetician in another life. That's cool. Joe's cooking. She also made jalapeno popper deviled eggs. Jalapeno popper. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. All right, we'll stop talking about all of that, but that's where I was. Janet, chocolate, watching Foot's episodes is your Achilles heel. I don't know. Doretta, you have a thing for feet, I think. I don't know. Mia says some of those ear videos are fake. Mia, don't ruin it for the rest of us, okay? Melanie says my golden retriever had an infected cyst on his hip over a cup of green pus drained out. See, but I would feel bad because that's on something like an animal I know and stuff like that. So I wouldn't like that very much or as much. Crafting with Mary, hello, welcome on in. Ditzy, welcome on in, hello. Anxiety Art Adventures, hello, welcome on in. Happy to see everyone here. So I'm going to go ahead and post the instructions one more time here that we have some more folks in, and I will go back over what we're doing here today. So other than we're moving on past the pimple popper videos and stuff like that. But I was reminded yesterday that by Jay Lilly that Mother's Day is not always the happiest day for people, whether it's because your children are across the country, you don't have kids, maybe you're a kid and your mom's no longer here, whatever the case may be. It's not always the best day for folks. And I could totally relate with that because my mom passed away when I was 3.5. So I've never really celebrated Mother's Day. What Mother's Day means to me is it's the day that has been drilled into my head that you can start putting like the flowers outside and in the ground because it's typically warm enough to not kill them, frost over and stuff like that. So Jay Lilly says, you got to do something fun. I'm looking forward to live. You got to do something fun. So we're going to do something fun. Tiffany, I did hear you're sick. I am sorry for that. But let's see if you can stick around and see if you can win this trivia. Christine says, I'm horrible at trivia. No, this is all diamond painting related, and I made up the question, so it can't be that hard. This is the screen that you should be seeing with your own nickname and your own avatar. So what we're going to do is we're going to play trivia. So I've created 30 questions, all diamond painting related. Okay, so we are all experts in it. I expect there to be a lot of high scores. The scores are based on how quickly you have to answer the question correctly and how quickly you answer the question. So just keep that in mind. There are also a couple questions that are double points, just to break it up a little bit. So what you want to do is go to the kahoot.it, kahoot.it, and it will ask you for your game PIN, which that number is listed there, and it's also listed in the chat, the 4100163. And then it'll ask you to enter your nickname, put in your nickname, what have you, and then you will pop up on the screen for the folks who are going to be joining the game. And we have plenty of room for everyone, so don't think, oh, I'm going to stay out because I don't want to I don't want to take up room or something. We can have up to 100 people, so we are good to go when it comes to that. And like I said, everything is diamond painting related, so like technical-ish questions about diamond painting, diamond painting facts, or diamond painted related facts, some stuff about the benefits of diamond painting. So it is totally doable for everybody. So we will start that in just a couple minutes. So if you haven't gotten in yet, go ahead and follow the instructions scrolling along the bottom of the screen there. There will be prizes. The top 3 people the top 3 scorers will win a prize. I'm prepared for one tie. If there's more than one tie, we may have to do a name picker or something. I don't know if Tammy, if that's something you could pull up just in case we need it. But just in case, I don't know that we'll have that, and that's why I sort of made some double points and took some points off and stuff like that, just so that we can maybe make that happen. Plus, it's time based, so if you're not quick on the trigger, your scores won't be as high. So Artemis Dreams, are you the I love fictional men? Yeah, she posted something about loving fictional men, and I need to understand what that meant. But to each its own. Go right ahead. She's like, yes. Tammy says she'll pull up the giveaway tool. Cool, thank you. Just in case we need it. First prize, Rich's undying love and affection. Well, Artemis, you would have to share that. So I don't know that you want anybody to win that. But yes, absolutely. Just for being here, you get that. Jennifer says, I'm having trouble getting to the nickname step on Kahoot. If you're having problems, try going all the way back out, close your browser on your phone or whatever you're using, and then try and go come back in. I have tested it extensively, and I don't know why there's problems, but if you can't get in or if you choose not to play, that is your, you're still here. You're still going to follow along. You can still participate. You can still see what's going on. If you still have problems, let me know. Pop-up blocker. Okay, Jennifer, cool. So if you're playing on a device that has a pop-up blocker, you're going to have to disable the pop-up blocker, or you're going to have to allow, however that works. But if at the end of the game or at the end of the live, if you haven't been able to play, let me know and put it in the chat or the comments. Tell me what your problem is. Tammy and I will go through those, because this is a program that I purchased a license to, and Tammy and I are going to share it. So you may see some trivia coming from both of us for a little fun time and doing some different stuff. So thank you for that tip, Jennifer. I didn't even think about pop-up blocker, because I don't think, do we have pop-up blockers on our phone? I don't know. I mean, I'm using Chrome, but I don't know if there's pop-up blockers, but that's good to know. Tammy says she's not having trouble at all. So you know what that means. If Tammy can do it, you can do it. Gail, Artemis, I love fictional character, Akotar, Fourth Wing. Yeah, I mean, those are such rich worlds that you gotta love something about it. You gotta love a lot of stuff about it. But it's great. Ditzy says, I'm deep cleaning the floors but listening. Okay, Ditzy, well, your airline ticket will be there tomorrow. Come on out and you can tackle this place. Just kidding. Tammy says, you never know what we have up our sleeves. Right. We are, I called Tammy my partner in crime this week, and she thought that was pretty cool. Artemis, I love Kahoot. I used to play with my students to study for tests. Yeah, I didn't know, I found it because it was recommended by the streaming software, and it does look like it's used for a lot for schools, but I'm like, hey, it does what I needed to do, so we're going to go ahead and use that. Let's see. Tammy says she has a pop-up blocker on your phone. Yeah, I have an Android, so I don't know if that's an Apple thing or whatnot. But so let's see. Let's go check out the player board here and see how many folks we got. Does it tell me how many people are in? Let me see. 29 people. We have 29 people in so far, and we have 38 attending. So again, I will post those. Now Cats, or Diamonds and Cats, says she used to use Kahoot all the time in college. Well, this is the first I'm hearing of it, y'all. First I'm hearing of it. So I'm glad that I found it. I fall for online YouTube D&D players. They are real, but not in my world. Yeah, well, when you can make your perfect person, right? There's something to that. So again, for those of you who may not be in on the game yet, on the trivia, again, we're going to have some distraction and some fun, and we're going to play some trivia this afternoon. It's a diamond painting related trivia, so everyone should be able to get some good scores here. What you want to do in the chat or scrolling at the bottom of the screen, you go to Kahoot, KAHOOT.IT, and it's going to ask you for a pin. That pin number is listed there, again, in the chat and going at the bottom of the screen. Come up with a nickname or use your name, whatever. Hit OK, go, and then you'll be able to edit your avatar. Once you get this screen, you know that you're in because it says you're in. And you can change your avatar, give yourself glasses, hats, things like that. Rich, I didn't know that people from Chicago said y'all. They don't. But I don't know, when I get on the lives and with some of these Texas people, I just sort of, I think it seeps out of the computer. Although I don't know that it, like, I used to spend summers in Louisiana, but I don't think they did y'all very much. They were more like the Creole, like, mumble Creole or something like that. But yeah, even Washington say y'all. It's sort of easy, like it's an easy thing to have there. Let me see if I still see Tammy in here. She lost connection for a second. Let's see. I need to go over here. Look at all of these fun. There you are, Wheels. I see ya. Wheels is Tammy. Okay, so he's a wannabe Texan. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Artemis, we contaminated him. Absolutely, 100%. This Dane says, yeah, yeah. My neighbors they're from Germany, and so I took German in school to try and understand what they were always arguing about. So now I just know how to say inappropriate things in German. We do y'all in Georgia. Jay Lily, we know, and your daughter does sound exactly like you, by the way. Oh, Mia says I say y'all too. Good. I was hoping to be a beaver. Jay Lily, I will put that request in to have a beaver thing added. Avatar. They say it here in Mississippi. Sure, I'm sure they do there. Rosalind trying to enter. I'm turning on my tablet. Okay, I'm gonna have another minute here or so. So again, what we're doing is we're playing some trivia for some distraction, some fun. And we have 30 questions, all diamond painted related. There's multiple choice, true, false. What is this picture? What is this sound? Stuff like that. And the quicker you answer, the more points that you're going to get. Obviously, if you answer it correctly as well. So we can, so you'll score, the quicker you can, the better you will score. There are some images of there are some images that will appear gradually. So that's going to trick some of you. So see how you like that. And everything, you can watch it here on your computer or whatever your main device is, but you're going to be playing on whatever device you have this dude up on. And if it's maybe a separate browser window, that's what you're going to be playing on. And you should see the questions and everything right on that second device, as well as the answers, but you'll also see it here. Just want to make sure that, because I keep making that mistake. I'm like trying to hit the button here and it's not working. Let's see. LNL's good and good. Good. I wonder what your avatar is. What would Lee's avatar be? I don't know. Lee's, how's Lenore? He's saying not 100%, but she's feeling better. That's good. That's awesome. Yes, please hit that like button, subscribe, do all that stuff. Y'all is heard more from people of certain ethnicities or cultures here in New Jersey. Eve, I'm going to tell you, yesterday on the Asian event live, I felt like I was on, between you and Kat, I felt like I was on the subway in New York. I was like, wow, and I think both of you like draw out, the accent from each other. All right, so let's see. Janet's laughing at Eve. Isn't Lee the dirty old man? If they don't have a beaver avatar, but they have a dirty old man avatar, I'm going to complain for sure. So what do you guys think? You ready for some trivia? Again, 30 questions, all diamond paint related. We take it one by one. You should be able to hear me over the game and stuff like that. We'll talk about it. We could chat about the questions and stuff like that, and then we'll move on to the next one. It keeps bringing you perfect mid-Atlantic speech, says Eve. Yes, you sound just like Katharine Hepburn. That's exactly who you sound like, for sure. Yes. Jennifer says she's ready. Rosalind says she's still loading, so getting that on up. Gail's ready. Okay, Skull with headset, and yes, Sarah. Okay, Skull and headset. Lee always does have his headset on, so that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to switch over, and let's see how many people we have. 30. We have 31 folks in here. There's Rosalind. She just popped in, and we have 41 folks in the live. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be switching between the two screens here. So I will be back to the chat once I get the next question going and stuff like that. But first, let's take just a minute and enjoy this. Enjoy that box. All right. Turn that back down. All right. Let's get started. And I am watching on my phone, so I should still see what you guys are seeing as well. Here's our first question. This television show shares the name of what diamond painting small shop? See, this one, diamond painting related, but you got to have a little bit of that pop culture thing out there. This one, maybe some of that sci-fi dirtiness on it. This is a really great show, though, if you're looking for something to watch. 9 seconds left. We have 28 answers. Get in there. You got 5 seconds left. All right, let's see what the answer is. The answer is Firefly, and 23 of you got that correct. Awesome. I don't know if that was a lucky guess. I don't know. Was that a lucky guess, or did you? I'm back in the chat now. Was that a lucky guess, or did you guys really know that? Because Firefly, I was late to the game. I didn't find out about it until I went to a con, one of those conventions, and by that time it was already gone. But I totally watched that. Artemis says, I'm a nerd. Awesome. Jennifer knew it. Fantastic. Christine knew that one. Okay, good. I thought that would be, Gail knew it. I thought that would be an obscure reference. So that's awesome. So let's go on to question number 2. What do you think? Oh, here we have the scoreboard, and who is Rich sucks. Grandma, did you do that? Are you going again? Is the brain malfunctioning a little bit again? That's not very nice, Grandma. Let's go to question number 2. Some diamond painters listen to podcasts or watch videos like this while diamond painting.
The suspect allegedly bludgeoned the victim with a large pipe, which they then dropped, leaving fingerprints.
Want to hear that again?
Allegedly bludgeoned the victim with a large pipe, which they then dropped, leaving fingerprints at the scene.
All right, 29 of you got true crime romance. Whoever gets bludgeoned with a pipe and leaves it at the scene in a romance, I don't know what kind of romance story that is, but you gotta love that. So let's see. Grandma is losing again, says Tiffany. She absolutely is. We have more people said, oh, Jamie, that's one of your favorite shows. Awesome. The audio was a dead giveaway. Well, that's what it was supposed to do, right? But I know we have plenty of folks here and in the diamond painting community that love true crime. The funny thing is I will watch the Pimple Popper videos, but I don't like true crime because it makes me feel uneasy. But to each his own. And there's even like diamonds and true crime or things like that. There's those different channels out there. So let's go ahead and go on to question number 3. Well, first it's going to bring up our leaderboard, and someone has got to get ahead of Rich Sucks there. Nancy, please take over. Up 6 places. Carol R is the highest climber. Awesome. Congratulations. Let's go on to question number 3. Name this artist. Who did this painting? We've got 12 answers. We got 13 seconds left. This one, if you've ever participated, well, I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I'll say it. 23 got Alphonse Mucha. Yes. I was going to say, if you have participated in Summer with the Masters or even shopped on Jade's site, you probably saw that. Artemis says, me either gives me, could my buddy be a serial killer vibe? Exactly. Rosalind, I don't know if you're just lagging. You may want to go out and come back in, perhaps. Just did Primrose, says Janet. Awesome. Nicole got it wrong. That's okay, Granny. It's okay. Tammy got it right. Excellent. It went too fast. He got 30 seconds. Everybody's got 30 seconds. Take a look at that. So we have a couple more of those. And I like how it comes in slowly, but I think I tricked you up on a couple of them. So we'll see. Sarah Ann says, I don't know the artist because I don't buy diamond paintings. They're not, well, artists do more than diamond painting. They do, so you may recognize a style. And that one definitely is a Old Masters. That's his style. That's Alphonse Mucha. That's his style. There's also, Van Gogh, obviously, stuff like that. So do your best, but we'll definitely see where we're at there. Jay Lee says I got it wrong also. That's okay. That's okay. You're not going to get everything right. Let's go ahead and look at the leaderboard. Yes, Fictional Men is at Artemis. Hi, Artemis. Congratulations for rising to the top there. Crashly says, I'm still at the in-laws. Well, Crashly, welcome on in, and we're going to be talking about you here at some point. And certainly hop on the game if you can, or trivia if you can, but happy Mother's Day. So we got I Heart Fictional Men up at number 1 there. Mia's Life with KFS is the highest climber by going up 7 places. So congratulations. Let's move on to question number 4. Double points. What small shop is this diamond painting canvas from? This one, you have to have been shopping, but the clue here, there's something about this canvas, even though it's blank, that should tell you, it should match one of the answers down below. So I said they were all diamond painting related. I didn't say that they were all easy. We got 31 answers in. Yes, Jaded Gem Shop. I bet you the 2 of you who got Creations more in, maybe you were thinking green to green, but that is a Jaded Gem Shop canvas, and we know that because of the green border. Jade's canvases come with that green border, so something she had it on there. So congratulations to those of you who got that right. Great guess, Janet. That's perfect. Guesses count for sure. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Oh, Mel pulls into first place with 4,645 points, with Miss Maya in coming up behind, with Mia's Life with KFS below. 5 participants just hit answer streak number 3. Fantastic. That is great. You guys are doing really well. Maybe I should have made these a little bit harder. I don't know. Let's see. I really need to order other places than DAX, says Nicole. Yes, you do. There's Anyone ever see the musical, the one with the puppets? What the heck is the name of it? That's going to bug me now, but it has puppets, and there's a song that says, "There's life outside your apartment." So yes, there's more than just Dak out there. So take a look at that. Crashly's fixing potty. She's doing the Lord's work there, fixing potties. Did you bring your knife? Was that helpful at all? Who knows? Artemis missed it, but just not in time, or had it just not in time. Thinking just a blank canvas. Yes, it is a blank canvas. That would be for like a cross stitch conversion, but all of Jade's stuff has that green border. So let's go ahead and get on to question number 5. DMC stands for wow, everybody's answering real quick. 13 seconds left. I'm going to give you a hint. It's not the yellow answer. And I think a bunch of answers maybe just changed. I don't know. All right, good. No one picked the yellow one. That's good. We are successful just by doing that. 25 of you said digitally mastered color. That is a good guess, and that was a good thing I made up there, because you would think that it has something to do with digital color, but it is the Dolphus MIG and Company. The DMC code was created, I think, if I remember correctly, 1847, something like that, a long time ago. All because, and it's in France, and they all because they created a way to make cross-stitch floss stronger than, so it didn't break as you're pulling it through the fabric and stuff. And then of course they started cataloging those colors, and most of the diamond painting companies that a lot of us use the DMC numbers. Nancy says, I didn't know that. Fantastic. Here's that history lesson. I wouldn't be the professor if we didn't learn something, right? Thought it was going to have it show up and kept waiting for the blank canvas filling. Okay, I hear you. Now, let's see. Whoever answered Dion and Morissette of Canada, no, Celine and Alanis did not start the color company. So the 6 of you, I bet you Eve was in the 6 there because she used to sell what was it, yarn or something like that. I don't know if does yarn follow DMC? I don't know that it does, but still it's related. So let's go ahead and get on to question. Well, let's see what the leaderboard does. Whoa! Tammy comes tearing out of nowhere to take the lead by a landslide. Whoa. That's a tough round. 13 participants lost their answer streak of 4. Okay, y'all not good with history, huh? I don't know. I love learning facts about that. So does the lowest score win anything? Not in this round, but Tammy and I are talking about stuff that maybe you could make up for that. So we will definitely see. Let's go ahead and get to question number 6. Double points. This screenshot is from Jaded Gem Shop and is showing how to identify what kind of drill. What kind of drill is this? Is it acrylic or resin? Now, no, you don't have to have been on Jade's website. This is a YouTube video, but there's also a bunch of articles, other videos, stuff like that out there about this. So what we're looking for is this an example of acrylic or resin drills? You may have to look a little close to the screen, but it should be evident as to what type of drill this is. Time's almost up. Ooh, 50-50. 50-50. I think we're guessing on that. Some of us were guessing, but that is a resin drill. And let's look at that again and see Um, what makes this a resin drill? So there's three things in this picture that could indicate they're not like, it's not like a definite science, but it's one of those like, this is what I'm seeing. So it's probably, you're making that hypothesis, that educated guess. So the first thing is, you see that Jade is pointing directly to the trash that came with these drills. So the trash, typically in resin drills, you're going to see odd shaped trash, whereas with acrylic, you're going to see like round pieces of round dots and stuff like that. You also have that drill all the way up at the top, that gray drill. See the little pinprick in it? That is a telltale sign of resin drills. The drill in the center, the green drill in the center, see how there's like a tab pointing right up off of it? The tabs, those tabs are another sign of resin drills. And then finally, on the left-hand side, those sort of brown colored drills, that has the clamshell or the concave back and stuff like that. So I wrote Jade. So those are, I come back to the comments. I immediately want to see what you guys are saying. But yes, Janet, the curve at the bottom, definitely. Good guess, Lee. Fantastic. Jamie says, I knew that because I saw a bunch of those in the kit you were working on. Yes, absolutely. Jay Lily wrote Jade before in the live chat how to tell them, and she sent the video to you. Fantastic. That was very resourceful. I don't know how you knew that this was coming. And Tammy and Eve said they just hit the wrong one. And Cindy says that she always forgets which is which. I do too, and I have to go and look it up. But go to Jade Gem Shop, Jade, her YouTube channel, and she has this video. It's super helpful. She has diagrams. I mean, it's something like the professor would put together, really. It's a masterclass in resin versus acrylic. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the leaderboard. Mel comes back up to the top, followed by Miss Maya, and Nancy's coming up in third place, up 11 places. Meowie Tiffany climbed the highest, going up 11 places. That's fantastic. I like how this helps show us who's climbing and stuff like that. That's amazing. Christine says, should I be able to see the picture after answering the question? I pulled it back up. I would assume, since it's screen sharing, that it would show you, but maybe it didn't. So as long as you saw it when you were answering it, and we'll go from there. There's a leaderboard, Jamie. Can you show the leaderboard? Yeah, that should be showing there, with Melza up at the top with 64.47. Let's move on to question number 7. What YouTube creator's video are you about to watch? Whose video uses that background a lot on their title screen? Now, see this one, non-diamond painters. Some of you are in lives and stuff like that, or you watch videos, even though you don't actually diamond paint because you're supporting your friends in the community. This one could trip you up or not. Ditsy's Diamond Den. Yes, the 16 of you who answered Ditsy's Diamond Den, that is the image that Ditsy uses in most of her beginnings. It's not screen sharing at all. Well, it seems that some people saw it, so you may want to try and refresh a little bit. But Ditsy's Diamond Den is the background there. Looks like a lot of you, or the next popular answer is diamonds and washi, and I totally get that. Katie's background it has the florals like that as well, but that is definitely Dissy's Diamond Den. So let's go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard. So Miss Maya pulls into first place with 73.73, followed by Nancy with 73.14, and then Melza with 71.38. RBF is the highest climber, up 7 places. That's fantastic. Oh, gee, I wonder who that is with the blue and green. Nice nickname, by the way. Let's see. Reloaded, no screen sharing. I don't know what's going on. And Rosalind, maybe the next time we do this, we'll set it to longer than 30 seconds because maybe there's a lag that's gonna. Rosalind says was gonna use click dip in time. Yes, her background is a little bit like that as well. But let's go ahead and I'm just making sure that my screen sharing still works, making sure all that stuff works. Yep, it's there. Let's go ahead and look at question number 8. True or false? People who use pink wax are doing it wrong. There's some violent clicking going out there right now, or tapping. Pink wax is very divisive. Wax in general is very divisive in the community, isn't it? But this one is one of those fun questions. Maybe this is going to allow some of you to catch up with your screen. But people who use pink wax are doing it wrong. True or false? 31 of you say false. Of course not, because there's no wrong way to diamond paint, right? There's absolutely no wrong way to diamond paint. Let me switch up the screen here just a little bit to see if it may help the screen sharing a little bit. But the pink wax, there's no right way there's no wrong way to diamond paint. So you can use whatever you want. But we all know that pink wax is usually what people start off with. And some people quickly learn, it's probably one of two ways. You either quickly learn to hate it or you quickly learn to deal with it, right? Or that's what you're going to be using. Jamie says, I've seen some wrong ways, but it doesn't matter what wax or putty you use. Here we listen and we do not judge. That had no points because that was a fun question. So the leaderboard should still be the same with Miss Maya in the lead. Nancy. So yes, there was no Sarah Ann says, I saw it when you made you small. Let me see if I can do that again. That's not small. Maybe you see me there. More people are seeing it. Okay, good. Okay, so we'll check out this. Let me know if this is working. So that had no points. Shelly's back with the answer streak of 3. Fantastic. Congratulations. So let me move on to question number 9. Sorry, 9. Question 9. What color is DMC 939? Let's see if I spend time in this screen. This may help too. So what color is 939? The picture is not going to help you. That's just a random DMC chart. This is something that usually goes with 310. Okay, some of you know your DMC pretty well. 19 of you know that that's very dark navy blue. Jaylee Lee, did you pick the beaver gray? I hope you did. That is it. It's, for me, it always seems to be right in with the 310s. It's like, I don't know what makes the eye read black and blue together to make, like the night sky or whatever, or I've even seen it in like water and stuff like that. Sarah Ann guessed and got it right. Fantastic. Rosalind was going to click on blue. That's why I put that there, just because it technically is blue. But when you look at the DMC chart, they all have these very long descriptive names, like the very dark navy blue, and then there's going to be dark navy blue. Then there may be ultra dark navy blue. Then beaver gray, ultra dark. That is a real color. So is black brown. I can't see what I did because I'm over yellow, blue, black. That is no, I think I took all of these from the DMC. So I think these are all real questions or real colors. So cool. So let's see. Let's go to the leaderboard and let's see how everybody did. Nancy pulls out in front, 8,200 with Mel in the, right behind with Osbeer right behind there. Now I'm looking at this. I'm realizing that, am I like covering up there? Let's try that one. I don't want to cover up any of the answers and stuff like that. It was covering up on my side. So maybe, who knows? Beaver gray should be the Pantone color of the year for Disney's Retreat. Well, now we're going to need money to paint the joint beaver gray. We don't need to do that. All right, let's go head up to question number 10. We are a third of the way through. What small shop created this pen? Now it's important to note that the image of the pen is not cropped. That is a view of the pen itself. If anything today, we're going to learn a little bit more about our small shops, which is fantastic because maybe you see something you like. Like Nicole said, I need to go check out some other shops. Go check out some of these small shops because they need the help. Even if it's just you visiting and commenting, sharing things like that, start a wish list, whatnot. That's really going to help them. All right, it looks like 21 of you got Diamond Pen Pal. Exactly. Let me see now. If I go over here, does everyone see the pen back on the screen now? Ginny said she just got a custom from this shop. Jay Lily, I have no clue once again. That's okay because you said you have your expensive pen and you're good at it. This is from Diamond Pen Pal. And the reason we know that, okay, now everyone's seeing it. Okay, thank you. Technical glitch. We're working through it here. So the way that you know that is, see how the top of the pen is flat? That is what they call their no roll stop feature. So when you lay it down on the table, it's not going to roll because it's going to hit that flat surface and it's going to stay on your table. So a lot of their pens come with that, especially they make those lava pens, the ones that the liquid goes back and forth in. Obviously, you don't want those hitting the floor because those could break and then everything gets all over. But a lot of their pens have it. You can get pens made without it. But it's a nice little feature. Go to Diamond Pen Pal and check them out. All of these small shops should be in the description of my videos, and it should be in this live as well. The links are down there. So if you want to go take it out or check it out or check out what else they have, certainly do that. Diamond Pen Pal also creates their own blanks. I forget what it's like, the sister company, but they are on Etsy. But good job for those of you who, the 21 of you who got that correct. All right, let's see where we're at. A third of the way through the game. Mel pulls up in the lead with 9,024 points. Nancy falls to second place with 8,223. And Miss Maya is there with 8,180. And there is Wheels with 8,045. 6 participants have reached answer streak number 3. Fantastic. I am glad that I didn't make it too hard for y'all. There's the y'all again. We'll see. Chocolate Diamonds never purchased a pen in general or from there. If in general, I'm working on a video telling you how you can take and purchase a blank and go to how to turn this into a diamond painting pen, or just so you understand what goes into making a diamond painting pen. So maybe you could check that, he says anywhere. Okay. Blanks by DPP. Thank you, Anxious Wallflower. Yes, that is the sister company. Chocolate Diamonds. If you find something that works for you and you don't need to buy a pen, that is fantastic. I'm glad that you do not have that monkey on your back, because I certainly have that monkey on my back. And in the pen video, I even show, I feel like such an old man, back in the day when I used to have to walk uphill both ways in the snow to get to my diamond painting, I show you what we used to have to do before we had resin pens and stuff like that. We had to sort of make our own ergonomic pens, and may find that sort of funny. So let's go ahead and move into the second third of the questions here, and let's take a look at question number 11. The name of this character in Inside Out 2 is an emotion that many people use diamond painting to help manage. Now, this is a video clip.
Who made the console orange?
Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, I am just such a huge fan of yours, and now here I am meeting you face to face. Okay, how can I help? I can take notes, get coffee, manage your calendar, walk your dog, carry your things, watch you sleep.
Wow, you have a lot of energy. Maybe you could just stay in one place?
Anything. Just call my name, and I'm here for you.
Okay, love that. And what was your name?
Anxiety. Fantastic. Congratulations. To 31 of you had anxiety. That's fantastic. I have never seen Inside Out 2. I saw Inside Out 1. I also am very curious to see if I'm going to get a copyright strike or trademark or copyright strike for that, but it's a YouTube video, so I don't understand how. But anyway, we'll see. But that was Anxiety. And if you have it, you may have recognized that, although it does come in many different forms. But we all know that one of the benefits of diamond painting is to help manage anxiety. So let's go ahead and go to the leaderboard. Ooh, not a lot of movement there. RBF just hit answer streak number 5. Congratulations. Looks like Osbear did move up a little bit, but the top 5 here didn't change very much. Such a great movie. My grandkids love it. It is a good movie. And Pixar can do no wrong. Like Disney sometimes annoys me a little bit, but Pixar, they're amazing. Let's go ahead and move on to question number 12. Another video. If someone's playing a video such as this one, what are they trying to experience? That one I was quiet because it's the sound that is what they're looking for. And yes, that is an ASMR video, autonomous sensory meridian response. That is where people, when they listen to, you ever see the people on like, is it TikTok? A lot of them, they're like, in the microphone, they're tapping the microphone. And then they take and they will shake things, and they'll take a duster, one of the Swiffer dusters, and like brush the microphone and stuff like that. When some people listen to stuff like that, it gives them a good feeling. I read something that says like gives them chills or helps them relax and stuff like that. It doesn't do it for me, but that is a example of an ASMR video. Anyone who got green, who is the one person who says always Snape moodily repeated? That was a good one, wasn't it? I liked it. Mia says she loves them and does them. Excellent. I will say that I can, like, they don't bother me, but I'm just like, I don't understand what's going on here. But listening to a diamond painting one, that really does help, because that is my jam. Let's go ahead and see what happened to the leaderboard. No changes. 5 participants just have hit the answer streak of 3 questions in a row, but Mel is keeping her lead at 10,796, and there's no movement in the top 5. So we're having some competition here. Sarah says she watches ASMR to sleep at night. Fantastic. Well, first of all, I wish I had something to help me sleep, but if it helps you, that's fantastic. I just don't, it doesn't do it for me. So I don't get it. But like I said, maybe I do get it because the diamond painting ones, hearing that popping, just really, really helps when I'm diamond painting, especially. Let's move on to question 13. What small shop would you visit to purchase one of these? If you've participated in any of the recent events, you should probably have seen this. This vendor sponsors a lot of events. Tracy's DP World, 23 of you got that correct. Fantastic. Nix's Notions. I put that one because I know her putty, or whatever she calls her putty, comes in the same type of container. But that is at Tracy's DP World. That one was her unicorn. I have one of those somewhere. But she also has the lily pads. These are the little things here that have sponges in them. Where's the camera? Sponges. You get this a little wet. You dab your pen on there, and you're able to pick up the ABs. It comes right off. It's not a problem. Sarah Ann says her husband doesn't experience ASMR, but her and her children. That's interesting. Mia, good luck. Perfect guess. Perfect guess. Rosalind's clicking on the wrong place. Like I said, I did that. Sarah Ann, I tricked her. Should have gone with her first choices, Janet. Melanie says, just listen to Rich's whip and chat. You'll be asleep in no time. Because I'm boring, is what she's saying. And Artemis says, you showcased in week 1 in the Mermaids of Magic video. Yes. Tracy is a fantastic sponsor of a lot of events. Her putty is fantastic. She has an Etsy shop. Go and check her out. Again, those links should be in the descriptions of all my videos. Let's see what happened to the leaderboard. Mel is hanging in there with 11,644. Nancy's on her heels, and there's Tammy coming on up with 10,558. See, Tammy, I told you you would get some of these. Tammy is, oh, I'm always bad at trivia. This is not trivia. This is like stuff that that lives with us, right? We do this probably almost every day when you diamond paint. 3 participants have had 6 in a row. Let's see. ASMR voice, says Melanie. And Maui Diamonds Cat says, my voice is soothing. I don't get that, but I'm glad that it does. And I did lean on into that. Week 2 of the Mermaids and Magic video will be going up tomorrow. And I leaned into that a little bit with our lore story that is mermaid related. So definitely go and check that out. All right, let's move on to question number 14. 007's boss's name shares the name of what small shop owner? So there we have Judi Dench playing James Bond's boss. What is her name? And I put that in quotes because it's her code name. And one of our small shop owners goes by the same thing. And she's very mysterious. That is the very lovely and mysterious M over at Munimade. Congratulations to 21 of you. Q is the other dude in he's the other dude in James Bond. But yes, that is the lovely and fantastic M over at Munimade. Technically, she's his handler, just saying. Yeah, true. But, you know, I am a huge James Bond fan, and I've loved having what's his name? The last current Bond. I loved him, but I loved how Judi Dench was in the trenches with James a little bit. It was fantastic. So I love those movies. So let's see what that did to the leaderboard. Mel's hanging in there with 12,582. Miss Maya came up. Shelly came up. KC came up. Congratulations. 3 of you are on an answer streak of 7 correct answers in a row. Q made me think of Star Trek. Yeah, Mia, Q is the, like what we, the sort of the, there's a name for it. It's kind of like he almost like a Doctor Who like dude that can go through time and do all different type of stuff. Christine says, what's the lowest place number? I may be DP related, but I still suck at trivia. That's okay. We're having fun. We're having fun. All right. And you never know. You may hit a double score question and come right up there. Let's go on to the next 15. Question 15. Arrange these types of diamonds to the order shown in the picture. So what yours there, the colors, and move them up and down to match the order of the drills in the picture there. Continuum, thank you, and Time Lord. Yes, exactly. This one I gave you some extra time with because there's some dexterity involved, but you want to take and identify those drills, the colors of those drills at the left-hand side there. Whether they are metallic or aurora borealis or fairy dust, what have you. We have 27 answers in so far. 30 of you may still be working towards it. That's fine. Take all the time you need. This one, probably, if you diamond paint on the regular, 3 of them should be good. The last one, you may have to do some embellishment. Let's see, 23 of you got it correct. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and look at this image again. So the top, we have just our regular square drills, followed by fairy dust drills, metallic drills, and finally the AB down at the bottom with that aurora borealis looking coating to it. And I know that everybody has their favorite drill there. I love them all. Not doing this when we're taking a break from the game for a moment. That's okay, Granny. That's okay. Go take your medicine. It's fine. Let's go ahead and move on to the leaderboard. Ooh, Nancy's coming back up. Nancy edged KC out there a little bit, but the top 3 stayed there. The 3 participants are in answer streak 8. Just notice this, the avatars changed a little bit there. So is that a donkey or a wolf in a hard hat? I don't know. Who's the ass in the hard hat, huh? That's funny. Let's see. All right, let's move on to question number 16. We're just coming over the halfway mark. This could be the living room of what creator or small shop owner? Whose living room could this be? This is a creator or small shop owner that goes live on Friday nights. Those are Squishmallows. See, I'm giving you some extra hints here. 28 of you know that could be the living room of Tima from DP with Sparklers. She loves her Squishmallows. I have no idea what a Squishmallow. I mean, I know what they are. I've seen them. I don't know why they are. I don't know. Are they a movie? Are they a character? Are they a cartoon? I don't know. But she loves her Squishmallows. And I told her, mentioned the other day, that every time, or maybe it was on a live, I said, every time I go into Walgreens now, I see Squishmallows and I think of her. But I have no clue what they are, but I'm glad that she enjoys them. I have to screenshot that and send it to Tima. She'll probably be like, oh my gosh, that is my living room. I just Googled room full of Squishmallows. That's what came up. So I don't know if she's out there or not posting pictures, but modern Beanie Babies. Yeah, good analogy there, Eve. That's a good one. All right, let's look at the leaderboard. And if you aren't catching Tima Friday nights, it's 9:00 Central on YouTube. You got to check her out because that woman is hysterical. She always has a new gadget, a new supplement, a new something. And you definitely want to check her out, especially if you want to, if you like going to retreats, you want to try your retreat. She's setting up, she's creating a retreat location. They bought a house. They're fixing it up to make it into a retreat location. So definitely tune in for some of that information. Let's look at the leaderboard. Wow, Mel is still hanging in there, but look at all the movement. Everybody in the second through fourth place moved up, or fifth place. Wallflower RXX is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Fantastic. You're in there. That is great. Let me see. Modern BBS. Shima is a trip. She is. I'm sleeping when she's live. Very early morning here. Yeah, that's right. Mia, she would be. You could always watch the replay. Or, I know that all of us sometimes have those nights that we can't sleep, right? Tammy says she makes my Friday so fun. It is. It's really something I look forward to at the end of the week. Tima's great. She's always been so kind to me. She's a very nice lady. And she is hysterical. All right. Let's go on to question number 17. This is the logo for what small shop? Let's see. Again, I'm focusing on these small shops because if any of you were in my 1,000 subscriber live, we got to support these people. So I want to get the knowledge out there about these folks. So I'm doing it again here with some of the trivia. Is this Crafts with Crashly? Is this Creations Morin? Enablers Outpost or Firefly? Huh. Looks like there's a pen. There's a diamond painting there. Who is this? 32 of you know that is Elizabeth and Edward from Enablers Outpost. And they have their, Edward has his pen that he turns, and then Elizabeth takes care of the diamond painting side. And I blocked out their names so that we could do that. That is not Crashly and Kerwin, but we will see something about them later on in the game. That was too easy, says Mia. It was, but for 2 people, it wasn't. Again, we got to get out there and take a look at these small shops. Again, even if you don't buy something, visit these small shops, share on your socials. Hey, I just found out about this new shop. Take a look at it, because someone you share it with, they may be able to make that purchase. And these smaller companies, they need our help right now, especially the diamond painting companies that are being crushed or affected by this tariff situation. I know a lot of them are finally getting around to figuring it out. But a lot of us are going to be paying more or waiting a lot longer for our diamond paintings. All right, let's see what the leaderboard does. Mel stays in the lead. Jamie and Miss Maya move back up. Shelly and Nancy are up there. 4 participants just got the answer streak 4. Hey, if you guys are enjoying this, if you're having fun, please give me a thumbs up on the video before you leave. Like I said, Tammy and I are going to be sharing this license, and we may be doing more of these in the future. And if that's something you want to see, I hope that we can make that happen for you. So let me go back and let's go move on to question number 18. Diamond painting is sometimes referred to as 3D or 5D diamond painting. What is the difference between 3D and 5D? This one I actually learned. I had to look it up. I hear about it, but I'm like, I don't understand what the difference is. So we are all learning with this one. So we got 28 answers in, 29, one more. There we go. So what is the difference between 3D and 5D? The difference is 17 of you got it correct. The number of facets on each side of the drill. So 3 facets versus the 5 facets, and then you multiply that by the 4 sides of the drill, whatnot, and put one on top. That's where you get the difference between 3D or 5D. The 10 of you, number of facets on the drill, total number of facets, yes. Ultimately, it gets there, but it starts with the number of facets on each side of the drill. And like I said, I looked that up, so I know that that's what it said. The 6 of you who said the height of the drills, I liked that answer. I made that answer up because I thought, ooh, 3D, 5D, right? That's what the movies do. It comes out at us. So it'd have to do something with the depth perception. So let's see. Nicole, thanks for the info. I didn't know that. Hey, gotta learn some of this stuff, right? And if we do it while we're having fun, that is even better. Crap, I was going too fast. Hit the wrong answer. Uh-oh, Artemis lost her 11 streak. Let's see what this did to the leaderboard. Mel's still hanging in there. Mel is the person to beat here. Okay, someone take a picture. Someone take a screenshot of this one because nice, dirty old man is back with an answer streak of 3. This live is over. Live is over. That is the screenshot of a lifetime. Crashly, let's make a paper of that because that's pretty dang funny if you ask me. Jamie's moving up. Evolution's moving up. Let's go ahead and move on to question number 19. Double points. Match the tray to the small shop. So this is just like the one with the drills. Move those shops around to match the drill. I will give you a hint. The colors have nothing to do with it. So the red doesn't go with the red necessarily. The green doesn't go with the green necessarily, what have you. Nicole says she got the screenshot. Fantastic. That is amazing. All right, this one's taking a little time because I gave you some extra time because of the dexterity piece here. But we got that up at the top there. The tray with the red tray. Looks like that lid's sitting on there somehow. Then we have the second one down, that beautiful dark blue. Would that be 939? I don't know. But I love that color. That has the replaceable bottoms in it. But I think the clue there is that piece that's coming out of the bottom. The third one down, that's a new design for the company. And the fourth one, everybody loves. So a good Yellow Dog Designs tray. I know they're sponsoring a lot of events lately. So it looks like almost half and half. So the first one, let me go and bring this back up. So that top one, that is a Bijou Bliss Designs tray. What is great about Bijou Bliss Designs is they were sort of the pioneer of the magnetic cover. So there's magnets embedded in the cover and the tray itself. So that tray stays on magnetically. Their stopper is magnetic. And then when you're working on it, you can take the lid and magnet it to the bottom because there's magnets on the bottom too. So go check out Bijou Bliss if you like those. Then we have a lot of our favorites, the Firefly tray. That's the one with the 3 separate bottoms that you can have it line up or break out into individual drills or into the multi-placer type 5, 7, 9 drills, what have you. Then we have the new design from Munimade. Munimade now has added magnets to their top, but it's different than Bijou Bliss because theirs actually has a slot that the lid slips into in the back, and they've added that washi tape feature where the drills pool at the bottom there, helping your drills line up. And then Yellow Dog Design, they're known for their narrow trays, seem to be very popular with people. So let's see. Artemis says she was laughing at the dirty old man. Okay. Janet says she got Firefly right. That's all right. At least you know some of them, or at least one of them. Mia was coming up at the bottom there. Sarah Ann got it. The top 2 were mixed up. That's okay. Sarah says, I want to try a Bijou Bliss tray. I have a Yellow Dog tray that I love, but it's too big. Yeah, Bijou Bliss makes a nice tray for sure. I will be honest, I prefer anything that has a spout, but I don't have to keep track of the stopper. So Firefly is typically my go-to, but Nancy said, I love that washi thing. I was an early adopter of that with the washi tape thing. And I know a lot of people are like, I don't get it. But I think if you haven't used it and you're like, what's the deal? Try it because I think you may like it. It really does help the drills line up well, especially if you have a lot of them in the tray. Let's go ahead and see what this did to the leaderboard. Okay, come on, folks. Someone's got to take Mel down. Come on. Come on. Jamie's moving up. Nancy's moving up. Miss Maya's moving up. Combo breaker. 5 participants just dropped their answer streak of 3. Sorry about that, but go check out these small shops. Look at their trays. Again, don't have to buy anything. If you can, fantastic. But check them out. See what's out there. See what's going on. A lot of the companies, they seem to like sort of take turns sponsoring events. I know who just put up it has a mermaid on it. So I thought it was Mermaids of Magic, but it's something else. I think it may have been Bijou. I don't know, but go check them out. Let's go ahead and move on to question number 20. Name this artist. So this is going to be a painting. Who did this painting? Janet, we have 30 questions. Who did this painting? I'm going to tell you that this is a little uncharacteristic for this person. Okay, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. That is a Randall Spangler. Let me pull that back up. Because what is Randall Spangler known for? His dragons, right? I don't see no dragons there, but I see fish, I see underwater, and Dakota is the one that is always doing those marine type scenes. So I totally got that, or totally get the split there, because and that's why I picked that one, because it is really, in my opinion, our uncharacteristic Randall Spangler. And I knew that Dakota was on that. How many are playing? We have 30 people playing, so 1 for each question. Nancy says she didn't know that one. Fribbin Draglings. I guess the castle. Okay, Linda. Yep. Randall does have the seasonal castles and stuff like that. So that could be definitely a giveaway. Nancy says, not your style, Mel. So you thinking Mel maybe went down a little bit? We'll see. Dakota says Rosalind. Yep, that's why I put Rosalind, or put that one in there. Not anymore, Nancy. We'll see what happened to the leaderboard. Sarah, you want me to lose? No, I don't want anybody to lose. But we're gonna make it. Tammy and I are working on a way that we could have a tournament going, and scores will carry over, so y'all will have equal fighting chance. And of course, we could always do just general trivia as well. All right. So someone said they have that one. I have that one as well. Let's see what this did to the leaderboard. Y'all. Mel was the only one that got that one. All right. Mel scored some points there, 17,997, but the top 4 beneath that stays the same. Up 3 places, Angie B. Pie is the highest climber. Congratulations. Let me see what the chat is saying. I think I'm playing in reverse as Chocolate Diamonds. Artemis says this is fun. Thanks, Rich and Tammy. Yes, fantastic. We could do magic trivia. There's ones that we can customize like this one, but there's some out there that are just, out of the box. So we could definitely try that. Let's go ahead and move on to question number 21. Multi-select. So there's going to be multi-answers. Diamond painting could be the offspring of what 2 crafts? There's more than one answer here. So make sure you are selecting at least more than one answer. So is it knitting? Is it cross stitch? Is it pixels, or the paint by number? Which of that, the combination of those items, what 2 crafts, if they had a baby and out came diamond painting? The correct answers are, looks like a lot of you got it, cross stitch and paint by numbers. So cross stitch being essentially uses the DMC. You have like a pixel that you're filling in with the the clicks. Let's see. Rich, no sound. Why don't I have sound? I move myself back. I'm back. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah, okay. People are saying back. Okay, excellent. So yes, I was just blabbering on about pixels. Trust me, you don't need to hear it. All right, let's go ahead and see what that did to the leaderboard. All right, Meowie Tiffany is coming up to the top 5. Everyone else stayed in their place. Mia is the highest climber. Nice job. Let's move on to question number 22. This is a slider. This square drill is what DMC color? So now down at the bottom of your answer field, you're going to see a slider. You're going to grab it and you're going to move it, and you'll see numbers come up, and you want to pick the number that corresponds with the DMC color that we're looking at. This color is the bane of some of our existence. This color typically has the most trash because it is the most produced, and it's Tammy's favorite color. $3.10, that is black. Janet says that's too difficult. The question was too difficult, or the slider was too difficult? Let me know. 31 of you selected 310 because 310 is black. The slider was tricky. Good to know. We could avoid those in the future. It was weird setting up too, so I'm not opposed to avoiding that in the future. But yes, that is color 310. Looks like 31 of you got that correct. Moving on. I think that's the only slider in the deck, so we should be good to move on. Let's get to the leaderboard. No movement there. Mia's still hanging in there with her 3 in a row. Let's move on to question number 23. Double points. Put the lyrics of this song in the right order. Here is your music trivia. Let's see that picture. Where have I seen that picture before? I think I just heard this song a little while ago. Rosalind says she liked the slider. We could leave that. Color didn't look black. Okay. Take your time with this one. We got the dexterity. You got to sing this in your head a little bit. This, let's see, is self-serving, but I'm using a trackpad, so it was tough. Okay. Yeah. You know what? If I remember correctly, when I set it up and I was using a mouse, it was weird, but it was very easy on my phone. I don't know if that, I don't know. All right, let's see. All right, 31 of you now have my undying admiration. That is the theme song to Speaking of Diamonds. And it's grab your putty, grab your wax, get ready to sit back and relax. Multi or single, whatever your niche, here's the host, a guy named Rich. Fantastic. Thank you, everybody. And mixed up the top 2 again. That's okay. I had to go back and look at the lyrics. Actually, I watched it again. I'm like, okay, got it. So that's okay. But excellent job for the 31 of you who got it. Thank you for singing along with the theme song to Speaking of Diamonds. All right, let's move on to question number 24. Or no, sorry. Scoreboard. Everyone's hanging in there. Nancy's coming up. Nancy, I see you, girl. You're listening to that. You're humming that song during the week, aren't you? 3 in a row. Jenny F is back in the game. Let's move on to next question 24. Crafts with Crash has become the go-to for release papers, but what was the small shop called originally? Now this one, she said this in my 1,000 subscriber live, but it's also on her website because I went back and checked it. What was the small shop originally called? Yellow is not the right answer, by the way. Good, no one picked it. Ashwin's Craft and Treasures. 13 of you got that correct. Very good, excellent, congratulations. She said, Artemis says, I heard it out of her mouth. Yep, got it. Yep, okay. Crashly's Crafts and More. I did change the answer. I originally had it Crashly's Crap and More, and I thought, no, that's too unbelievable. I want to try and throw a wrench in here, so I changed that. And KNZ Creations, obviously, for Crashly and Kerwin. Now, just a side note, and it, like I said, that's on, I think if you go to their website and click the About tab, that's up there. But let me pull up their logo again. Who can tell me why the frog has a pen? This is in the chat little thing. Janet says, I don't use papers. Janet, listen to me. At least go look at Crashly's site and take a look at some of her papers. They're beautiful. But more importantly, there's a section called Diamond Painting Community Papers. And there's some funny pictures in there. You got Berta. You got Adam, Sparkly Diamonds. I seem to be on Crashly's radar a lot. It'll give you a laugh. So go check that out for sure. Artemis says because they make pens, they make diamond painting pens. Carol, correct. They first thing was Crashly was making diamond painting pens. Then the paper came next. So I thought that was interesting. I actually asked her that on my 1,000 subscriber live because I was wondering, why does the frog have a pen? Let's go ahead and see what that did to the leaderboard. Here comes Meowie Tiffany, and Artemis is coming back up, Fictional Men, but we still got Mel, Nancy, and Jamie up there at the top. Good job, everybody. Let's move on to question number 25. We are coming down the home stretch here. Name this artist. This is an actual artist. No, I'm sorry. This is a picture. This is an image that is very different. This is actually going to be, I think, my choice for I tripped you guys up. I loved it. That's a Vincent van Gogh picture. Can you believe it? The minute I saw that, I forget, where did I get this at? The minute I saw that, I had to buy it, and I'm going to use it for, I'm probably going to use that for Old Masters, Summer with the Masters, because that is a Vincent van Gogh painting. Can you believe that? How uncharacteristic is that? Like, I thought for sure, I put Christopher Lavelle in there because it's like a little dark and weird, and I thought that looks like a Lavelle. And I knew that Anamorte did some darker stuff, and Alphonse Mucha, if you were thinking, oh, it's an Old Masters, you had to choose between the two. So yes, let's see. Yes, got it correct, says Mia. Got it right, says Rosalind. Fantastic. Janet says I have a couple of his. I do too. I have, of course, like the Starry Night type thing. What else do I have? I forget what else I have by him, but that one I had to get it the minute. His skeleton bugs my OCD, says Melanie. I thought it until I saw the cig. Yep. That's the cigarette coming out of his mouth. Yep. I do not like the Masters. Don't hate me. That's okay, Cindy. Different strokes, different folks, right? We all have our taste in art. There's no wrong way to diamond paint. But the first time I participated in Summer with the Masters, I did find a new what I would say, respect or interest in that line of artwork. Let's go ahead and see what that did to the leaderboard. Here comes Miss Maya. Everyone else sort of stayed the same. Wallflower is the highest climber. I will say that if you are interested in Old Masters, definitely check out Jaded Gem Shop. But I'm going to tell you this. Those paintings are not hand rendered, because who will improve on a Van Gogh or a Mucha or whoever? Nobody. So they're not hand charted. So those are confetti parties. But I like confetti. So That's where I like to be. Let's go on to question number 25. We are coming up in 15-ish minutes. Crashly's maybe going live. I don't know. She seemed to not be home, so we'll see. But let's get on to the next question. So we're done in time. Multi-select. So there's multi-answers. Which drill shape is the best? Are you a round or are you a square? And you can select multiple answers here. So, hey, if there's two answers, and you select two, you're probably right. Because this is another one of those just fun questions out there. And I wanted to see what the breakdown was. Who's a square, who's a round, or who is both, okay? Obviously, like I said, there's no wrong way to diamond paint. There are no points for that question. That was a fun question I threw in there, but let's see what people say. Janet says, fighting words again. Yes, I am bringing it. I am bringing it. Fight me. I am a square. I am a square, and I think what I tend to see that I think a lot of people are like me. You prefer one or the other, but if you see artwork that you really like in the shape that you don't prefer, you're going to go for it. Okay. But yeah, Eve, identify as bidrillular. What is your pronoun? Is your pronoun square and round? Like, would that be the right the right thing there? We have got to be respectful in the diamond painting community. Mia says, I only do squares. I do too. Like, I don't do a lot of rounds. Like, I'm working on a crystal round, which is odd for me. But if I like the artwork, I'll do it. But I'm a round square. I'm a round because I'm heavy, right? I'm kidding. All right. So there were no points. So there should be no movement on the leaderboard, but we have Artemis there with her fictional men, back with her answer streak of 3. She came back from that break in her answers. Those and theirs. Christine, I prefer square, but I'm round. I don't know, Eve. I sort of like the. No, I guess that's correct. You're correct. That's technically correct, but you can call me a square all you want. Let's move on to question number 27. Multi-select. A typical mystery canvas has the following characteristics. So there's a couple characteristics here that a mystery canvas would typically have. Now, when I say mystery canvas, I don't mean the mystery deals that you may get on the DAC site. That's an actual painting. You just don't know what it is. This is the mystery canvas that DAC releases, other places release. I know Jade has one, comes out every quarter, I believe. What characteristics, so multiple, do mystery canvases typically have? So let's see. Yes, it looks like most of you got it. So a mystery canvas is not going to have color to it typically, because I think a lot of folks were thinking that the color was giving away the picture a little bit too much. So typically it's a black and white canvas, and there's obviously no finished image with the kit. You don't get a sticker. It's not on the box, what have you. But it does, obviously, it has grid lines, and they're going to tell you what artist it is, because pretty much everybody, unless you go to the spoiler groups, you have to just go by the artist and go, gee, I like that artist, so I'm going to go ahead and get it. Let's see. Melanie, I'm a homodrillular. I like that one. Most of my DPs seem to be square, but it's based on art. Nancy, yep. I never did a mystery canvas, Rosalind says. Neither have I, because I'm too much of a control freak. I need to know what the thing is. And quite honest, actually, you know what? I have one, and I'm going to do it, but I know what the image is. And I bought it on a D-stash because once I found out what the image was, I had to have it. All right, let's see what that did to the leaderboard. Mel's still hanging up there. No movement. 4 participants are hitting their streak of 3. Fantastic. Let's move on to question number 28. Name this artist. This should be another image. the first reveal may have made a lot of you go to the yellow, but then as it broadened out, you may be changing your mind. Okay, 7 of you went with Mandy Manzano because the first block that opened up was like where her necklace was, and that looks like one of the traditional Mandy Manzano black outlines, right? But then it starts opening up, and you see like the big eye girl type thing, what have you, and that's going to lead us into well, actually, any of the 3 other artists, but then this is a recent piece from Regan Kubitschek. I think that may be over at Enablers Outpost. I'm not sure, but they have it. Jay Lily says, I saw all the 310, and yep, then you went with the Mandy Manzano probably because Nancy, yep. I mean, clearly, if you look at it, you may not go, oh, gee, that is definitely a Reagan, because it could be one of the other 3 as well. But I put Mandy in there because I thought, ooh, the way that's opening up, that looks like a Mandy with that black outline there. Okay, so let me see what I just did. I moved my window. Okay, let's see what that did to the leaderboard. Mel's still up there. Nancy's moving up. Miss Maya's moving up. Meowie Tiffany's hanging in there. Allie's back with an answer streak of 3. That is fantastic. Let me see if I can get my window back to where I want it to be. Don't know that I can, and that's okay. All right, so I hate that I did that, but it's okay. Let's move on to question number 29. The DMC color code was originally developed for what craft? We've talked about this enough now that probably know what this one is. Once you saw the face, Carol, you said you got it. Okay, Sarah Ann, happy to meet Jay Lily. Thank you for making this day special. You're welcome, Jay Lily, and welcome to everybody. If this is helping you get a little distracted, maybe this isn't your favorite day of the year, I'm super happy for you. It's doing that for me, so that's great. The DMC color code was originally developed for which craft? Cross stitch and embroidery. Looked like most all of you got that because we talked about it earlier. That they started off by making that floss. Sarah provides a interesting tidbit. Machine embroidery does not go by DMC. That's interesting. Then it's wrong. That's interesting. Does it just go by color name or something like that when you buy the thread or whatever you need? That's interesting. Let's go ahead and look at what that did to the leaderboard. No movement in the top 5. 8 of you are an answer streak of at least 4. All right. So here's our leaderboard. We have one more question left. I will say that I think we did all of our double point questions. So this may or may not affect the outcome a lot. But let's go ahead and let's look at question number 30, the last question of our trivia session. What is the name of this artist? This is an actual artist. This is not an image. Who is this artist? Melissa says she's been lurking. I can't imagine the time it took you to pull it all together. It was fun. It was fun to do it and to get some diversion from the whole weekend. It was very helpful. Who is this? Is this Christopher Lavelle? Andy Russell? I don't know. Who is this? Gotcha. That is Jonas Jodecki, otherwise known as what the heck is his name? What's his JoJo's Art? JoJo's Art. That's JoJo's Art. Young guy over in Germany, I believe it is. Christopher Lavelle, he's over in the UK. He's another young guy. 2 young guys there. You got Randall is a little older guy, and Andy's an older guy as well. But that was JoJo's art. All right, you ready to see the final scores? Doom, 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 doom. Miss Maya's in third place. Second place is Nancy. And in number one, first place is Mel. Congratulations. Woo! Runners up, Jamie and Artemis played a good game down there. Very good game. Very good. That was a lot of fun. I learned stuff doing it, and I hope y'all learned a little bit something too. Let me go ahead and bring this back up. Let me remove that because we got some prizes to go. So starting with number 3, who was in third place? Was that Miss Maya? Miss Maya, you have something different. Now, let me do this. Winners, what you're going to do is you're going to want to email me at speakingofdiamonds@gmail.com with your address, and I will get these sent out to you in the next week or so. But Miss Maya, you have a very unique prize here. I've done one of these, and they do work, but this is from Diamond Dots, and this is a pillow. This is a pillow cover with the sparkly lips, okay? And there's a glue field on the lips. You're going to put diamonds on it. And I'm even going to give you the pillow insert. When what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get this in the pillow really quick before it inflates. But congratulations, Maya, at winning the Diamond Dots pillowcase lips. And they do, I mean, obviously you can't like roll around on them and stuff, but they do stay on there pretty well. Sarah Ann, I will have an entire trivia based on your business and machine embroidery. How's that? All right. Then we have Nancy. Nancy, you are the winner of a Crystal Canvas Art Designs diamond painting. This is, it's like called something like Heart and Books or something like this, but this is a 100% crystal canvas, and this is what you've won. The box is a little beaten up. It came that way, but everything inside is good. It has everything that you need inside. So congratulations, Nancy, on Crystal Canvas Arts Design with the heart and the books. All right, Mel. I bought this from Mel. So Melanie won. And, well, Melanie won a Francesca's Studio Works diamond painting. They don't do diamond paintings anymore, so rarity. This is Lavender, what is it called? Lavender Serenade from Nini Thomas. So got a fairy, like a lavender fairy with the butterfly, stuff like that. And this is a square canvas. This is square diamonds. Now, I did buy this from Melanie. So I don't know if Melanie wants this. I don't think she does. I'm going to just put this out there that we are planning another D-Stash auction, and you may see this. So if you want this, pay attention to my channel, Tammy's channel, Berta's channel, Mel's channel, well, Facebook pages, or Speaking of Diamonds, Diamond Painting with NMD. Pay attention, and we're going to be announcing our next D-Stash auction. And if Melanie doesn't want this one because she let me buy it from her, it's going to be there. All right, everybody. I had a good time. I don't know about you guys. I thought this was a great way to. I mean, it's a great way to spend a Sunday afternoon, period. But if you needed a distraction, if you needed some laughs, if you needed whatever, I thought it was a great way to do that. I was happy to spend this time with you. You know, I was glad to do this. And Jay Lee, thank you so much for recommending this. Oh, and by the way, I just wanted to show you this really quick. Did you know that you could print on canvas with just a regular inkjet printer? Because I'm toying with making my own diamond paintings. What am I doing? Why? This one is not a diamond painting. It's a free coloring page. But this one I actually glued. And I actually stuck some diamonds to just to make sure that it would work. And then this one is an actual chart with the key and stuff like that. It's just super small because I just started out with these regular 8.5 by 11 things just to see like what it was about. But I'm going with that stupid dream of having my own diamond paintings. I don't know. So someday you may say, Dak, I'm no longer buying from you. I am buying from Speaking of Diamonds. Everybody, Carol says I need the distraction. Fantastic. I'm glad. Everybody, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Yes, Berta, I like big diamond paintings. So the fictional name of my company is going to be Big Daddy Diamond Paintings, where size matters. But it doesn't mean that you're just going to get a big one. It's going to be that you get a painting that is the appropriate size. Because, you know, some of those like lesser companies, they'll give you like an 8.5 by 11, but it's like a Dakota Dateweiler, and what the hell are you going to see with it? So pay attention. Melanie says she likes big one. Fantastic. Have you been up in my notebooks? I don't know what that means to artists, but it sounds day. All right. Thank you, everybody. I had a lot of fun. You have a couple minutes. I don't know if Crash is going live, but go over and check her out. Thank you, everybody. Let me know in the comments of the video what you thought. I apologize for any technical challenges, but I'm going to take the feedback that you guys gave me, and we're going to improve that for next time. Thanks, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good week. And I'll talk to you next time when we are Speaking of Diamonds. Bye, everybody.